Hello everyone, today we'll be flying on the Edelweiss business class Airbus A340. I already checked in advance, so it's time to go through security and through passport control. I'll catch you guys at Terminal E. Today we'll be flying from Zurich to Colombo, a distance of about 8,000 kilometers and a flight time of just about 10 hours. So I arrived at Terminal E with a lot of time to spare. I went through security and passport control very quickly. There were almost no people there, which was quite a surprise. So I'm gonna go to the observation deck E, located on the roof of Terminal E, and let's do some plane spotting. This Qatar Airways Airbus A350-900 preparing for its flight to Doha, Qatar. This British Airways A320neo is currently on pushback for its flight to London. This TAP Air Portugal A320neo taking off for its flight to Lisbon. Coincidentally, I came right on time. This Emirates Airbus A380 is departing for its flight to Dubai. That is a very heavy takeoff according to me. This Helvetic Airways Embraer E190-E2 taking off, even though I don't really know where it's heading to. This private Embraer Legacy 600 taking off, even though flight radar did not provide information on where it's heading to, which is quite typical for these private jets. This Eurowings Airbus A320 is taking off and it is bound for Cologne. Before I knew it, my aircraft has just arrived from Puerto Plata, the Dominican Republic, with a little bit of a delay, but that should not be a problem for us, so let's go. Just as I was heading to my gate, I've actually found out I have access to the Swiss Senator Lounge, so I decided to access it and kill some time before my flight. Eventually the time for boarding has come. We were boarding about 20 minutes late, but I hope that's not going to turn out into a delay. I was feeling excited for this flight because I've never flown Edelweiss business class in my entire life. And also this flight was going to be the longest one I would ever take in it for a long time. I settled into my seat 12K. So let's begin with a seat review. There is a universal power socket and a USB port and a headphone jack, and some storage beneath. Seat controls were very good. It also allowed it to go flat into a bed, and they also can control individual parts of the seat. There is also a pillow and a blanket provided later in the flight when we would go to sleep. The footwell was really big, by the way, so I had no issues falling asleep later. Here is the menu. You can pause the video if you want to have a closer look. Soon, we started to push back. After a taxi to the runway, we were off into the early Zurich evening. Goodbye Zurich, and eventually Colombo. The tray table was a little bit flimsy on this flight, but I later found out I wasn't using it correctly, but in fact, it's actually really good. For the starter, I chose the roast beef. It was honestly really good. Honestly, it's something I'm gonna get on a plane, but also got a salad with egg with it, and some bread with butter and some water. I finished it quite quickly because I was hungry, and now I was ready for the main course. For the main course, I chose the salmon fillet with some potatoes, along with a stunning sunset. With dinner service out the way, it got darker, as we approached Istanbul. I decided it was a good time to head to bed since I wanted to have as much sleep as possible. Before bed, I took a look at the IFE. The choices were good. There was a good selection of movies, all kinds of genres, even though I didn't really watch anything because I wanted to just get a good night's sleep. Okay guys, so I just finished my meal and now I'm about to head to bed. As you can see, it's a flat bed. I'm gonna put the seatbelt over so just in case the cabin crew doesn't bother me while I sleep. So yeah. So I'm getting quite tired. Just want to sleep as much as possible on this flight, and I'll catch you guys in the morning. Bye. I woke up about 6 hours later, just as we were flying just east of the Indian city of Goa, and I honestly slept quite decently. It wasn't the best sleep, but it wasn't the worst sleep. So, and the breakfast service also woke me up. So let's take a look at that in just a second. Breakfast was a crab roll and some yogurt and some fruit and some water and some bread and jam. It was honestly a good enough breakfast. I liked it. We got us served just about 2 hours before landing, and I ate it quite quickly since I was quite hungry after my sleep. But before landing, we were served a bit of a treat. And I honestly have no idea what this is, so if you know, please let me know down below. As we were descending, the weather got much worse and it started raining, and I was actually worrying that we might get delayed or possibly get diverted, but good thing we weren't. So let's review this flight. So this flight was honestly a good one, and the food was good, the service was good too, and the flight attendants were friendly. No one was really bothering in my sleep, even though there was a little kid who was screaming when everyone was asleep, which woke me up once, but that wasn't really a problem for me. But anyway, the IFE was nice, even though I only used it for the in-flight map, nothing else. And overall, I like this flight. And unfortunately, the weather ended up having its consequences for my plans later in the day, but we were able to get through the day perfectly fine, and overall, I really enjoyed this flight. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.